A closer look at the effect of light on human life.
Science Makes Me Smile, presented by young Dr. JGC, a creation of old Dr. JGC.
How photons interact with the human body and profoundly affect our lives. I am young Dr. JGC. Let's begin. The power of one photon. A photon is the smallest unit of light, a single packet of energy. It has no mass, no size in the classical sense, and yet its influence on life is profound. Every moment you stand in sunlight, countless photons stream toward you. But the story of light does not depend on their number. It can begin with just one. First, the effect of photons on your skin. In the upper layers of your skin lies a molecule called 7-dehydrocholesterol. When a single UVB photon is absorbed by this molecule, it delivers just enough energy to rearrange its structure. In that instant, it becomes pre-vitamin D3. The photon itself is gone, but its energy now lives within the molecule. From this single event, a cascade unfolds, eventually producing vitamin D, a hormone that helps regulate bones, immunity, and overall health. What began as one photon becomes a system-wide biological effect. In the retina of your eye, another molecule waits, retinol. When a photon arrives, it is absorbed by a single retinol molecule, causing it to flip from one configuration cis to another, trans. In this illustration, molecule A corresponds to the cis isomer, while molecule B corresponds to the trans isomer. The gamma symbol above the reaction arrow denotes absorption of a single photon of light. This tiny structural change alters the shape of a protein and initiates a chain reaction inside the cell. That reaction is amplified, passed along neurons, and ultimately interpreted by the brain as sight. A single photon interacting with a single molecule becomes an image. Elsewhere in the eye, specialized cells containing melanopsin respond not to images but to the presence of light itself. When photons, especially in the blue range, are absorbed, they send signals to the brain's internal clock. Hormones shift, alertness changes, and the body aligns itself with the cycle of day and night. Over time, these signals regulate sleep, energy, and even emotional balance. One photon repeated across time helps keep your life in rhythm. But the same principle carries another edge. High energy, ultraviolet photons can be absorbed by DNA itself. When that happens, the structure of the genetic code can be altered, sometimes forming errors that, if not repaired, may accumulate and lead to aging or disease. The interaction is the same in form. A photon meets a molecule, but the outcome can be very different. One photon can sustain life, or it can challenge it. Through these same light-sensitive pathways, photons also influence the chemistry of the brain. Exposure to light affects hormone levels, including those tied to mood and mental health. A lack of sufficient light can contribute to conditions like seasonal affective disorder, while proper exposure helps maintain emotional balance. Again, the mechanism is simple at its core. Photons interacting with molecules, setting off signals that scale into lived experience. Across all these examples, the pattern is the same. A photon is absorbed. A molecule changes. That change is amplified into a process far larger than its origin. There is no dramatic collision, no visible force, only a precise transfer of energy, matched exactly to the structure it encounters. The deeper truth is this: one photon is enough. Enough to begin a chemical reaction, to trigger a nerve signal, to set a biological clock, to influence how you feel, or to alter the very code of your cells. The smallest unit of light, invisible and fleeting, carries the power to shape life itself. And in that, there is a quiet reminder: the greatest transformations often begin not with overwhelming force, but with a single, well-placed interaction. In a sense, "Let there be light" is synonymous to let there be life.
Now you can see how even a single photon can help your skin produce vitamin D, regulate your sleep, wake cycle, influence your mood, and, in some cases, cause DNA damage or cancer. Fascinating, isn't it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching Science Makes Me Smile.